Hello everyone, welcome back to my Deltarune stream. Of course, first off, let's make sure everything's running as it should. Pull this up on my iPad. I should give myself like a photo. Oh. Hello everyone, welcome back to my Deltarune stream. Okay, yeah, everything is running as it should. I accidentally closed the chat though. How do I... There we go. Alright, welcome back. And I'll also do my tradition of sharing a link to the stream on Tumblr. Playing more Deltarune Chapter 4. Deltarune. Chapter 4. Deltarune playthrough. Streaming. This is me. YouTube. Alright. So last we left off, we were in the second sanctuary of the Dark World. So Susie's. Something on my phone? Oh, no, it's nothing. Yeah, we just got into Susie's Dark World. We got in a little bit. We got in far enough that my investment was recouped. And I got my special armor item. Opening up my apricot LaCroix. That's good. Let's get started. So yeah, here we are. And like I said, the Gold Widow. That's the one I got. It's a pretty good armor item. Why didn't I just... Right. It feels weird taking off the Shadow Mantle because, you know, the Shadow Mantle is like Susie's awesome item. So I think I'm going to save equipping the Gold Widow until I get Ralsei back, and then I can really figure out the power dynamics here. There we go. Turn up the volume a little on my end. Alright. Let's continue. The second hero, the girl with hope crossed on her heart. Chris! Chris! Hey look, it's me! The girl with hope crossed on her heart. Man, that's badass, isn't it? You think there's anything else about us? Don't just stand there, let's keep looking. People online have pointed out, is this really Susie? It kind of looks like her, it's like the vague snoot shape on top. But the figure's holding a sword, and Susie doesn't hold swords, she holds axes. Questions. Up. I am the philosopher. Haven't you heard of hyperlink blocked? Yes. I feel like I haven't heard of it, but I don't know why. Interesting. I feel like I haven't heard of it, but I don't know why. Hyperlink blocked. That's what Spamton was talking about. Climby. Gotta be honest, Chris, I've never really gotten picked for anything before. No one ever wanted to be my partner in class. Even got chosen last in gym. But this is like something else, you know? Something important. Chris, before, I didn't think I could be a hero. I wasn't good enough. I mean, I was bad. I still kinda am bad, in some ways, I guess. Aw, Susie. Now I got hope crossed on my heart. Hope, written in truth. Written somewhere. Written somewhere no one can erase. And it was at this point in the game that I realized there'd be some weird trick to the prophecy. Something that's not telling the truth, or something we don't know yet. Because it can't be this good, can it? When a character goes, "Oh man, I'm so full of hope, this is awesome," you know something's up. Hello? Beautiful room. Toby Fox hinted at this room in the past. Hello. What do you call a man with one eye? What do you call a man with one eye? Oh wow, there's, according to the little indicator in the above the chat, there's somebody here. Hello, person who's here. Welcome to my stream. Beautiful windows. Hello. Why does the angel make its cry? Why does it make its cry? You go past all these windows and you think they're all beautiful. They all look the same. Who will call the girl who snows? Noelle. The thing is, if you don't do the weird route, you almost forget that Noelle has snow powers. There's her healing move that uses snow. Or the pacify move. I forget if it heals or it pacifies. I think it mass pacifies. But otherwise, it's kind of it. I don't know. I don't know. Beautiful stained glass. It's been a while since I've seen some good stained glass. Now tell me, chat who is not present, because I think they've gone now. Do you see what I see? Roots. I heard something in between. Something in between. It was mixed up. Lost tale, the wood pointed grow, children the forest the ware followed. The poor children. And this changes every time you try to talk to this character. The followed wood pointed forest, the lost grow, children the tale where. The poor children. Now, we have the internet. Let's see. Deltarune roots. Correct sentence, maybe. So, people have jumbled together the words and say the most likely correct order of them is lost where the forest would grow, the children followed the pointed tail. And people think it probably talks about Noelle, Asriel, Chris, and Des all going into the shelter and whatever happened that caused Des to disappear. So where the forest would grow, shelter, the children followed the pointed tail. But what's the pointed tail? The Jevil's tail? But doesn't really seem like something he'd do. Lure them into the shelter. Mysteriful. Alright, now I don't think there's anything to do in this room particularly. Oh, there's a peculiar book here. Read it. And so wept the fallen star, making rivers with its tears. Then, slowly, from the bitter water, something grew. It looked like glass. Huh. So, fallen star, crying, and the tears made glass. It's probably the shadow crystal. It's the same book. Okay, so I don't think there's anything else in this room, technically. Now let's try our favorite trick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oop. Works every time. 7th try. Hello, you. Chris, there you are. The patients are waiting for you. Yes, I know I'm quite small for a secretary, but knockoffs don't have the right to complain. Interesting, we see the return of Chris's knockoff stuff. Okay. It seems to be occupied. It seems to be occupied, and the door has a tree on it. Just in case. Oh, I forgot to... It's a bit hard to read the characters, but it looks like this. I totally forgot to even look at that. Yeah, you're supposed to fail at that. It's a little disappointing that the garbage noise doesn't change when you're in these secret areas. Now let's go all around and try to interact with stuff. It's a sink. It would be ridiculous if you painted something and there was nowhere to wash your hands. Oops. Okay. Okay, still the sink. Still the sink, oddly. Okay. Just being thorough. I know there's more than just a sink. I could have sworn there was more over here. Oh, I'm sorry. I was so into drawing I didn't notice you. Are you here for art club? Right, this is where we draw pictures and don't kill each other. What am I drawing? Oh, don't look. I'm not finished yet. How did I get here? I can't say I remember. I was in such a rush I didn't look where I was going at all. Art club, where we paint things and try not to kill each other. Someone seems to be making a painting of a tree. However, strangely, it seems that they haven't drawn the bark yet. Still the tree. Okay. Can't remember if there's anything else over here, so we might as well go to the left. He is behind the tree. Well, there is a man here. Well, he seems to be pointing at something and nodding. Well, there is a canvas here. Will you draw? Chris picked up a pencil. Chris, not you. Chris picked up a pencil. They began by sketching what they had seen behind the tree, but as they sketched, the line began to err, as if the pencil had lost its way. So they started again, drawing over the lines they had already made. Many times they would suddenly halt, or the pencil drifted into a new drawing. So they started, over again. Through many repetitions, their movements became faster and smoother, until without looking, they had completed a sketch in a single wild line. In the end, as a result of layering the sketches on top of each other, the surface of the canvas was nothing more than a monochrome smear. Next, a tree was painted over it. Painted over everything, leaving nothing but a simple, still life. After all, there wasn't anything to look at in the room besides a single tree. Chris got up. It seemed the painting was complete. But their hand, smudged with graphite, was still moving, as if to trace some unseen shape. An egg was picked up from a nearby easel. Well, there is not a man here. There's the egg. See if there's anything. It's a sink. You ran water over your hands and dried them. Between your fingers, a faint gray crease glittered stubbornly. You could never wash it all away. It's a sink. Can we not talk to those people again? I guess not. I guess art club is finished. Alright. I think that's all we can do here. Well, how'd the session go? They say art is therapeutic. Which one of you was the patient, anyway? Well, you got paid, didn't you? I guess we got paid with the egg. Chris going to art therapy. And you know, there are many reasons to do art therapy. But why Chris's reason? What's Chris's reason? Maybe whatever happened with Noelle and Des. A man they can't remember. A tree that blocks it all. What does it mean? Well, that's all we can do here. It's sacred moss. Eat it. The moss was consumed with gusto. There's no more moss. It doesn't say anything about the moss. Hey, this is a lot sooner than expected. Alright, we done the egg stuff. Hey, Susie. Thanks for waiting. Love finds its way to the girl. Hey, what does that mean? That Chris, I've got to find the next one. You can stay here. Now, as sweet as that is, as much as we want it to mean Susie and Noelle, love doesn't always mean love, does it? In Undertale, it meant level of violence. So love finding its way to the girl isn't necessarily a good thing. And hearts as well. In the weird route, it looks like Chris is planting a heart in Noelle. So if somehow this is Noelle and not Susie, this would be very ominous. Bells. The girl. The girl. Sideways. Yep. Wickabell clangs in your way. Geez, thanks, Susie. Okay, tuning, good timing, mercy. Press button with right timing. Perfectly in tune, all musical acts became stronger. Boo bell, toil and true bell. Ouch. Wickabell rings a haunting hex. I am humbled. Ba-dum-ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. Wickabell plays peacefully. Kinda Casual. Hey, what's good? Hey, Kinda Casual, nice to see ya. So before you came in, if you just came in now, I did the egg stuff. I found the secret room with the egg, and got the egg, and I ate some sacred moss. But other than that, I've just been playing for like 20 minutes. By the way, I don't know if you saw the ending of last stream, like, after the fact, like, recorded, but I went into the mirror version of the waterfall room, and I got the Gold Widow, the armor I was talking about. So that happened at the end of the last stream. That's basically all me catching up with you. Let's fight that enemy again and get recruiting out of the way, because I love to do it. Also, the tuning isn't too hard. Yeah. Tremble with treble. Oop. I love music-inspired stuff. Ow. Wickabell emits classical music. Yes. Yay, I won. Kinda Casual. Yeah, it's smart to go back and forth into a room to recruit. Yeah, you know, so I don't forget. I've never forgotten to recruit an enemy, but I've always been afraid to, so just, yeah, get that out of the way. Hello. Welcome to Club Apathia. This is an archaeological exhibit. The Gallery of Ancient Faces. Today's history, tomorrow's archaeology. A familiar-looking statue. A beautiful specimen, although only the hard carapace remains. If only we could see its delicate pieces. It may have had beautiful feathers, or even a fleshy posterior. A beautiful specimen. How rustic our ancestors were. No headdress in sight. They must have concerned themselves only with their work. We should be like them. We should only eat nuts and seeds. Paleo diet. Hey, this one looks familiar. An original-looking statue. He looks so original. Original Starwalker. Look how realistic the rendering of the water is by the stone. To our progenitors, this must have been the peak of beauty. It's a stone cooler, not particularly useful. These ancient once-celled organisms seem to have lived a simple life. Look how they band together. Lessons could be learned, Kinda Casual. No way, did you get him in Chapter 1? Yeah, oh yeah, I keep forgetting you started watching with Chapter 4. Yeah, all the way back in Chapter 1, I got Starwalker, and I was so happy to, because I didn't get Starwalker when I first played Chapter 1, all the way back when Deltarune first came out. And when I saw people's screenshots of Starwalker, both for Chapters 1 and 2, and then in Chapters 3 and 4, I thought it was like an elaborate, like, new character, like a fan-made character. Like, you know how people made up Togor? I thought Starwalker was like a Togor, or some other, you know, fake character that fans make up, and then I was shocked to learn, no, he's real, but you can only see him if you get him in Chapter 1. So I made sure to find out how to do it, and then did it for my streams. So if you look back through my stream recordings, you'll see all the Starwalker appearances. Kinda Casual. Honestly, it's cool he keeps showing up in all the chapters. Hopefully we recruit him or something. Yeah, it would be cool to see, like, a payoff for Starwalker. I wonder how Toby Fox got the idea for him. Hello? I'm waiting to turn to stone. Hurry up, will you? It's a statue stand. It has your name on it. Uh-oh. Yes, you will be a fossil too, won't you? Uh-oh. It's a cacophony. Susie, you can't help me out a little bit here? What am I, a butterfly? Is this a butterfly? Is this a pigeon? Oh, this sucks. I'll be fine. Let's tune again. The truth sunk in glass. Amen. Lusana in excelsis. Why are we fighting? Yeah, I could ask the same question, dude. I need to heal. Okay. Yeah, let's do one of the Rhapsodies. I am the philosopher. Amen. Ouch. Organic tooths philosophically. Philosophically. Why'd it take me so long? Yay! The answer was love? I should have done that first. Good to know if this ever happens again. Yoink. Okay. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Ah, dang it. Okay, now I swear. Kinda casual. Where could you get the character tease in Chapter 2 again? No, Rhapsody is a Chapter 4 item. Because I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the character teas. Sadly, the character teas, they turn into rotten tea after Chapter 2. You, like, once you get them in Chapter 2, there's no using them after Chapter 2. Which is sad. But a Rhapsody is just one of the items you can buy here. Gallery. I do. Want to get that item. A huge fossil, falling down, breaking, smashing everything. I myself will be crushed as well. What does that mean, man? Gallery. Okay, I guess I can't get past these guys. Kinda casual. Oh, I got it. Thank you. Yeah, no problem. Ah, overachiever. Oh. Stone tablets carved in man's beard, a font of knowledge. Spellings were different back then, and better. Yay, item. You open the treasure chest. Inside was 500 dark dollars. Oh yeah, I'll take 500 bucks. An awful beast. A relic this creature was before... Oh, relief. Not relic. An awful beast. A relief this creature was before our time. From the body shape, it seems to have eaten meat and fire. Good thing he can't hear you. Chris? Hey, didn't I tell you to wait for a sec? If there's something about me here, then I... Huh? The last prophecy, the story's end. The last prophecy? Is this what happens at the end? To save the worlds, there is only one way. Huh? It's telling us how to save the world? Hey, Chris, this'll make everything easy, right? Hey, I was reading that! Old man? Wait! It's a long way back up. Ah, good save point. Let's see. Bring in something from our storage. Ooh. Yeah, I should have gotten more of this chapter's items. Alright. TV, dinner. I finished reading the short story I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream today. It's pretty cool. Oh. The floor. Is something down there? Guess that answers that. Chris, over here! Yeah! Ah, such a cool mechanic. Ah, the jump zap him. Yeah, get off of me! Why aren't my attacks working? Thanks, I owe you one. Okay. Uh-oh. Got ya! Be more careful, dumbass! Come on, I see the top! Phew. Damn, that was close. Hey. Hey, Chris, I think I see it. Come on. Making sure nothing over here. Can never be too careful when looking for secrets. Hey, I was right. It's the old man's study. He must have been leading us here, right? Now all we gotta do is get a hold of him. The fire is run empty. In its place, a stale glow, which offers no warmth. It's an unmanned table of item. Take some? Hey, that's the old man's, dumbass! You gotta leave some money or something. It's a Rhapsody. Take it for $99? Yes. Dude, that's 100. It costs 99. We gotta, make change. Nah, screw it. I'm not doing that. Paid an extra $1 for the Rhapsody. Rhapsody was added to your items. So, let's go to my storage. I'll put my TV dinner back. And I'll put that in my storage as well. Yeah, I guess I shouldn't load up my... Oh wait, I have this whole other thing. Yeah, maybe I'll get a couple more and have them in storage. Kind of casual. I like the mechanic where Susie makes new fountains. Yeah, that was so cool to see. Cause seeing Chris do it at the end of chapter 2, it's surprising, but almost makes sense. Like, there is something about Chris. Chris is way more involved in this than we ever expected. Makes sense. Chris is the protagonist. But knowing that anyone can theoretically do it, even Susie, like that just... the implications of that. And the fact that Susie has a red gleam in her eye when she drives the knife into the church floor. It's like, are red eyes the sign that you have the power to do this? Like you're touched by whatever this world is? Okay, so it's blocking us from there. Okay, we can't investigate the fireplace. Hey, Chris, you think he'd want to come to our castle town? I mean, obviously he would, right? Might mean taking the hammer, but I'm sure he'd be cool with it, though, right? You know, it's just his remains. I mentioned this when, in the last stream, you were gone by then, kind of casual, but I mentioned this when Susie finds the hammer. Like, not only is it a perfectly spooky reveal, But also, it's interesting that Susie doesn't get it right away, what it is. The dust inside the glass with the hammer. And Chris does. Chris gets it right away, being raised by monsters. But Susie, apparently a monster, takes a little bit to realize this is, you know, monster remains. She says, like, well, monsters, like, when they die, they're buried. And there's this theory that I first heard about from Lynx Griffin, this artist called Lynx Griffin, where they theorized that Susie was half human, half monster, and that she's actually not as familiar with monster culture as she would be if she was full monster. And they had this theory, like, back when Chapter 2 was out. You know, before Chapters 3 and 4. And then Chapters 3 and 4 came out and only seemed to add more fuel to that fire. Oh, wait, now I can go over here. Hello? Kinda casual. I love Deltarune a lot more than Undertale. I think the music and gameplay is better. It is really strong, and there's just so much more of it as well. Like, Undertale is a complete package, but Deltarune keeps going. This room is getting darker. Damn, it's dark in here. Hey! Hey, old man! The hell you going? Come on, Chris, after him! Wait, what about... Just out of curiosity, I want to know if she says anything if we try to leave this room. Oh, we can't leave the room. Okay. Oh, this is hard to see. We have learned echolocation. Oh, hello. Oh, you just walked through the wall. Okay, that's fine. Hey, slow the hell down, old man. We're trying to talk to you. Are there any Deltarune fan theories that you know and like? Kinda casual? There's so many out there. I also like, again, from Lynx Griffin, there's this AU they've made. Eldritch Rune. Damn, I can't see anything in here. This is advanced darkness. Oh. Hey, Chris, wait a sec. Do you hear that noise? Yeah, I hear it. It sounds like it was coming from... Okay, I'm wearing my headphones backwards, so I think it's actually the right. Yeah, it totally sounds like... Church bell. Yeah, this way. Another noise. Sounded like it was coming from... Oh. Okay, again. Alright, that's the left. Yeah, it totally sounds like... Kinda casual. My favorite theory is that Togor is the Roaring Knight. That would be funny. Like, Togor is real. And Roaring Knight. Violin. Hey, I heard something again. Damn it. Chris, I slipped and fell down somewhere. Stay there, okay? I'm gonna look for a way back. Left in complete darkness. Seems there's nothing left to do but close your eyes. Kinda casual. No, but actually my favorite theory is that Sans is from Deltarune. It's basically proven. Oh, I know that theory. Yeah, I also love that one. Because in Undertale, we can even get into, like, a secret shed if we do enough things. I've never done it, but I've seen videos of people doing it. There's, like, a weird machine, and Sans is with unfamiliar people. And it's like, yeah, Deltarune would be the original world, and then Sans went into Undertale from it. There is a lot of credence for it. It is interesting to see if that gets more or less proven with further chapters. Close your eyes. Seems there's nothing left to do but close your eyes and think about how Susie's doing now. Damn, the hell am I gonna find a way back? I could do that better. Damn, the hell am I gonna find a way back? Maybe if I just try and listen to what's around me. Yep. Old man? Old man. That's you, right? Old man, hey, we've been looking for you. There's like this door code, and I thought you might know the... Hey, old man, are you okay? Old man, what are you doing? Why are you attacking me? You aren't trying to teach me something, are you? Hey, what's the big idea? Alright, I'm gonna turn my headphones around. For some reason, they're more comfortable backwards. But now I have to actually have them around the right way for this to be, like, the best experience. What's the big idea? It's me, Susie. I'm your friend, right? Oh, and you can't even see them coming that far away. I wrote your letter for you. Don't you recognize me? Hey, say something. Say something already. Come on, say something already. They even mess with tempo. By the way, this scene, when I first played it, and I didn't know what was going to happen, oh, the tension, the sadness, the fear, it's so palpable. Toby Fox does such a good job. I'm telling you, I don't want to hurt you, so just... Ooh, I hate when they bring in the up-down. Yeah! Chris, how'd you get here? Chris? Chris, hey! Chris, there's something wrong. There's something wrong with the old man. We have to figure out how to get through to him. Darkness constricts you. TB Kane reduced. You talked, but nothing happened. Chris, why doesn't he recognize me? We have to stop him before anyone gets hurt. The air crackles with sound. Oh, this fight's so good. So how's everyone doing today? I do like that the lead up to this fight kind of tests if you can hear the way it wants you to, like left and right. I wonder how hard this fight is if you don't have headphones on. Alright, I think Axe will have no effect. This is a survive fight, right? You just have to get to the end of it. So I'm just gonna defend every time. I knew I screwed up. I screwed up making this dark world. Trying to see him again, even though he's already... Kinda casual. Oh wait, I forgot to ask, how's your day been? It's fine. My day's been alright. Had therapy today. And I finished reading I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream by Harlan Ellison, which is what The Amazing Digital Circus was inspired by. And that was interesting because reading that story, a lot of it made me go, oh, I can totally see how this inspired The Amazing Digital Circus. But then also a lot of it made me go, oh, wow, this is different from The Amazing Digital Circus. It's a good story. Old man, listen. I screwed up. I know. But we can bring you to our castle town. If we bring you there, you'll be all better. Oh, that is low. Kinda casual. That sounds awesome. The story? Yeah, the story's pretty cool. How's your day been? Your day been cool? Your day been fine? Kinda casual. I can see how people find The Amazing Digital Circus fun. You said you only saw the pilot, right? Have you checked out more of it? Susie, you can have a heal item. Let's give you a Rhapsody. So, we don't have to hurt you. And you don't have to hurt us. Ooh. Okay, you're both getting items. If Ralsei shows up, he can use Pacify, right, Chris? All we have to do is wait for the old man to get tired. Kinda casual. No, not yet, but I know this might sound weird, but if something is inspired by something, it usually is good. I don't know how to phrase this. Oh, do you mean that, like, if something was inspired by another work, usually that means the other work was so good that it made someone's creativity start to flow. Like, if a work of art is so good that someone saw it and went, oh, that alone gives me a good idea for something like this, but a little different, a different take. Then that shows that previous thing had meaning. And this new thing is expanding off of something else that was already pretty good in its own right. Is that what you mean? But yeah, The Amazing Digital Circus is definitely not an adaptation, but it takes some really interesting aspects of the story. Like, I Have No Mouth, but I Must Scream. Slight spoilers for a short story that was written decades ago. Without too many spoilers, I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream is a short story about a computer mind, a sentient computer mind named AM. Like AM. Or almost like AM like the radio. AM has imprisoned 5 humans in this subterranean layer, question mark? I don't think it's a digital realm. I think it's just a realm that AM can control as they please, or as he please. It's technically an it. Kind of casual. Yes, you're taking the words out of my mouth, LOL. Okay, good. Yeah. So AM tortures these humans because it hates humanity. It loathes humankind. So it keeps these 5 humans around just to torture them. The Amazing Digital Circus, on the other hand, is about a computer mind that has these 6 humans, or six people at least, in this digital world. And it's like if AM, at least on the surface, likes the humans instead of dislikes. Like Kane in The Amazing Digital Circus at least functions as if he likes everyone and wants to entertain them and wants them to like him, which I think is an interesting take. Like, in the way he's apparently trying to entertain them and entertain himself, he is hurting them and driving them mad. Where in the original Harlan Ellison story, AM just wants them to suffer without dying. Like, AM keeps them from dying and wants them to eternally suffer. Okay, let's actually do more Deltarune. Screw it! Old man, if it's really you, I know something you gotta recognize. See this? You didn't forget my green sparkles, did ya? What the hell? What happened to his... Jeez, Rousey, where was that attack power before? Susie, that wasn't the old man. Huh? One of the statues in his shape from his study. It must have begun moving when you made this dark world. A statue? Then the old man... He's not in this world, sadly. Darkners patterned after the memory of a loved one tend to only appear in very specific darknesses. Even if we tried to bring him to Castletown, he... Then why didn't you say something earlier? Huh? First the roaring thing, then you not being real, and now this? What's wrong with you? If you know something, why don't you just... Tell us! I'm sorry. I know so many things. I know so many things. I don't know when to say them. I don't want to say them to worry you two. So I end up not saying anything. What do you mean, you know so many things? About the rules of this world. About the prophecy. About what the prophecy says will happen. I didn't ask to know, but I do. I'm sorry if it creeps you out. I'm sorry if I don't tell you everything. It's just, sometimes, knowing things, it hurts. And if anyone's going to hurt, let it just be me, okay? Oops, I'm sorry. Ralsei, is that why you've been acting so weird today? Why you keep... I've just been trying to stay ahead of you two, so you don't have to see it, so you won't, because it would... See what? The ending of the prophecy. What, that last prophecy thing? Susie, you didn't... No, I did, but... Oh, I kind of skipped past that really quickly. Let me see if I can catch it on my replay. Oh, I see. Kind of casual. You said something in the chat. Hang on. Susie, you didn't... No, I mean I did, but okay, that's as much as I could read. Kind of casual. Do you think I should start reading again? I'm not really motivated to, but I mean, if you have any suggestions I can get, that would be great. Yeah, I mean, read at your own motivation, but it's always a great idea to read more, just because it's fun and relaxing. It's a good form of entertainment that's different than watching stuff. Like it's like a good, especially if you have print media, I find it's just a good way to unwind, focus on something that isn't glowing. These Harlan Ellison stories have been pretty good so far, but they are a little hard to get because it's actually really interesting. Harlan Ellison was such a control freak sounds like a hard thing to say, but Harlan Ellison had such command over how his stories were published that they actually got a little hard to find after a bit. But I've been reading this compilation compendium that was published in the last couple of years. John Connolly, The Gates and the Infernals are good if you want to check out a cool story about hell. Depends on what you like to read, if you like sci-fi and science fiction. Oh, if you like fantasy, if you haven't checked out the Discworld series by Terry Pratchett, by all means, check out the Discworld series by Terry Pratchett. There are a lot of different places in the series you can start from. You don't have to start at the beginning. If you want to read about the Ankh-Morpork police force, you can read Guards. You can start there. If you want to read about the witches, I actually recommend not Witches Abroad. I recommend reading Weird Sisters. If you want to start with tales about wizards, The Color of Magic. I actually like The Color of Magic. People say it's the least strong of the series. It's still really good. You can start there and just know it gets even better from there. I also like Hogfather, which is actually in the middle of the Death Arc, but I read it first and I turned out fine. Mort is the start of the Death Arc, which is also a good start. Kinda Casual, every book you've mentioned I haven't heard about ever. That is a shame, because Terry Pratchett's Discworld series is one of my favorite fiction series ever, in all of published media. The Discworld series is wonderful fantasy that still feels incredibly real, and it's funny and inspired. So yeah, look in your local used bookstore, see what Terry Pratchett Discworld books they have, and see what one calls to you. Let fate decide. So, please let me go ahead from now on. Please. I'll do every area. I'll do all the work. The next time, too. You two can just hang out and have fun. I could do all the puzzles. I could. Hey, look. It's okay, man. That last prophecy thing, I don't need to see it. So, if it helps, whatever you gotta, you can go ahead alone. But everything else, we're doing it together, as a team. And nothing's gonna change that. Nothing! Aw, little noogie. Whether you like it or not, toothpaste boy. Susie! First noogie to make someone cry? Sorry. I'm just glad you're friends with me. I'll be more honest, Susie. I promise. Even if it means sounding weird. Ralsei, you couldn't get any weirder if you tried. Aw. You too, Susie. Thanks. Well, let's get out of here, Chris. Kinda Casual, read any of the tragedy books, like Prisoner B278 or whatever it's called? That doesn't sound familiar. I don't think I have. Tragedy books. That sounds sad. What's the series about? Also, I find it so interesting that, you know, up until this point, Susie's been talking about Ralsei like, oh, we should get him into the light world and he could do our homework. And then here we have a scene where Ralsei's like, don't worry, I'll do all the work, I'll do all the puzzles, I'll do everything for you, you have fun! And Susie's like, no, you don't have to do that. Nothing here. Oh, it's funny seeing Ralsei blue. Susie, there's a few things I still can't say, but from now on, I want to tell you everything I can. So, know any codes to any doors? No. I, do not. Hey, fire extinguisher. I'm the most important. Caca! No matter what, I'm still here. You want to know what I know? Caw. Not now, dude. Then, anything about Noelle? I know which items of ours she can equip. And then again, you're supposed to equip ribbons. Okay, you actually know Jack. Great. You're supposed to equip ribbons. Interesting. I suppose this leads back to the start. Do you three want to know the code to the door? Yeah. It's 2202. Haha, it's written on me, since I'm the most important. Kinda casual. By tragedy books, I mean world history books, like the Prisoner one is about World War II. It interested me, kind of, because it's partly fiction, but partly not. I think the genre is called realistic fiction. What's your favorite genre? Well, if it's about World War II, it's not just realistic fiction, it's historical fiction, which is its own subgenre. That does sound interesting. I haven't read that many historical fiction books. I should do that. My favorite genres are speculative. Most anything speculative fiction. So sci-fi, fantasy, horror, thriller speculative. You know, sci-fi, horror. Stuff that is outside the realm of normal, like, realistic fiction. I don't dislike realistic fiction. There's some realistic fiction I like, but I usually get drawn into stories when it can expand the horizons of my imagination and make me go to new places and think about new things. And that doesn't mean I don't think about realistic stuff. You can tell very real stories about society and real-world issues through the lens of speculative fiction. It's why I like Terry Pratchett so much. The Discworld series has so many books that write about so many real things, but in the lens of this fantasy world. Like, what's some examples? Well, like I said, the Guards and the Watch arc, the City Watch arc, is all about policing, police officers. What do they have the right to do? What is their duty? What does it mean to be a good police officer? Is it possible? How do cops actually help people instead of just be bastards? You know, I saw a funny post online where someone said, Sam Vimes, one of, like, the head of the police in the Discworld series, he would absolutely believe ACAB, all cops are bastards, because he believes he himself is a bastard. I love Sam Vimes. There's another Watch book that deals with guns and gun violence. There's a standalone book in the Discworld series called The Truth that deals with movable type and the growth of the news cycle. Kinda casual. I've read Percy Jackson and it's cool, but I like realistic fiction because most of the plots for them aren't out of this world. Most of the books I like make sense, sort of. Is there any book you like about fantasy fiction? Well, fantasy can make sense. It just has to make its own internal sense, is the thing. Fantasy. Well, I mean, the Discworld series is pretty fantastical. Because, like, the Discworld series is about a flat world, a circular flat disc world that's on the tops of 4 giant elephants, which themselves are on top of a giant turtle called the Great Twin that floats through space. So, yeah, you're already pretty fantastic, and there's witches and wizards and trolls. So, like, the Discworld is pretty much my top answer. Of course, I'm a nerd. I love Tolkien, so I love The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings as well. Is there any, like, fantasy that I've read recently? Huh. I think I've taken a break from, like, true fantasy and just kind of been overall speculative. Read a lot of manga recently. It's like, what category is that? Like, what category is, like, most shonen in? Like, is One Piece fantasy, or is that something else? Kinda casual. Oh, that makes sense. It really doesn't, lol. Well, it's like, you don't have to think about how it makes sense for a Discworld to be on elephants, to be on a turtle. Like, that's the part that you don't need to make sense with. But things make their own internal sense. Like, when you learn about the witch's magic and the wizard's magic, it follows its own internal rules. And then, of course, like, the City Watch arc, a city and its police force, that makes a lot of sense. It's a police force. You know, it's not so much how does the world operate in terms of its science, it's how does this world operate in terms of its own logic and character. And in that sense, the world makes a lot of sense. Kinda casual. I think I've seen that world in a cartoon before. One Piece? Yeah, it's got a very popular anime. I need to keep watching it. I stopped watching the One Piece. I mean, I've taken a hiatus. I've taken a break from watching One Piece in its Fishman Island arc, which is like episode 500 and something. And the manga, I'm a little bit behind in. I'm still reading up to like the City of Water 7, which is far back. One Piece is pretty cool, but if you want stuff that makes sense, you're not gonna like One Piece. It definitely doesn't make sense. Thanks. We'll go seal the fountain. Okay. The Lightner service has never gone on without me. Caca! I must be the most important of all. Caca! Oh, I like how it's upside down. Well, this is it. See you in a sec. I miss the triumphant guitar riff. Back again. Huh, it really worked. Now... it's the same as before. The first time. I suppose the original Dark World was formed partially of the fountain inside there, too. The Knight's two fountains. So it makes sense. It would be a similar world as before. Just similar, huh? Chris, the knight is waiting in there. There's no time to think about anything else. Let's go. I didn't actually mean to move that far. Wait. What? Can we pose? Fine, dumbass. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so let's look at our armor. So I'm not going to... Oh, actually, what does Wingblade do? Oh, that's not good. So I'm not going to equip it to Chris because it doesn't increase defense at all, and Chris doesn't need magic. So Susie... What about Ralsei? What about you? Oh. I've heard you want to record audiobooks. Is that a passion of yours? Yeah, I mean, it'd be funny to call it a passion of mine, because I'm technically not... Oh, kind of casual at this point. I know you like books, smiley face. Yeah, I love books, and I love reading things aloud, and I love performing. I would love to get a job reading audiobooks, but it's not an easy thing to just, like, get up and make a career of. Like, you can't just, like, go to the audiobook factory and put in your resume and say, I want to read audiobooks. And they'll be like, okay. As far as I can tell, it's like an acting gig, like anything else. You have to, I don't know, audition. Well, how do you... I tried to look into how to do audiobooks, but I don't... Every time I look into it, it seems complicated and something like you need connections, and maybe I should look again. It'd be great. But I also need a place to record, and, you know, my microphone and setup isn't the best. Kind of casual, LOL. I wish it was as simple as, like, I get the job, I go into a studio set up for me, with equipment already set up for me. I feel like at this point, they probably want people to record audiobooks maybe at home, and I don't have the best setup. But if I could, if there was an easy way for me to just get into work doing audiobooks, that'd be amazing. Imagine if there was an audiobook factory. Yeah, audiobook factory, let's go. The same place where they still manufacture books on tape. Anyway, Gold Widow. That's actually pretty good. Yeah, we don't want to replace the deal maker. But yeah, Ralsei will get... It doesn't boost Ralsei's magic, but it would boost Ralsei's defense and attack. Susie could definitely use some... Okay, defense include +1. If I replace the Jevel's Tail with the Gold Widow, it would decrease Susie's attack and her magic, but it would increase her defense to 11. Kinda casual. Would you want to record them on a channel as a hobby and then maybe get into some serious stuff? I don't know. It's just a suggestion of mine. I was thinking of that. I was thinking, like, if I had the space and time to record things in the future, because I don't think I will, but if I did, what would I do? And I think an answer to that would be, like, maybe to try and narrate some stories just to show what I got. I'd probably have to find things that were out of copyright, because if I tried to read aloud a book that was copyrighted, I might get claimed, and maybe I could only do it if I didn't make any money off of it. But you know, there's all this stuff in the public domain that's perfectly readable. I was also thinking maybe I could make videos where I talk about my webcomic. Those are like my two things I was thinking of doing as a YouTuber in quotes. I kind of want to... Can I rename my YouTube name? Because right now it's Cat with a Scarf just because it's my personal YouTube. But, you know, I've been doing all these videos as Some Nerd Plays. Kind of casual. Yeah, that'd be hard to make time for, specifically because you have your life. Yeah, you know. And I wouldn't want to put too much time into, like, editing it. So I think it would be, like, sort of a live stream thing as well. I like streaming. So maybe it'd be like, hey, do you want a live bedtime story? Here it is. Unlike big streamers. I mean, I think even the big streamers had a point where they had to make time for their YouTube before it became like the day job. Okay, so here's a question for you. My two options for the Gold Widow. I could give it to Susie and decrease her attack and magic, but boost her defense all the way up to 11 instead of just 8. Or I could go to Ralsei, replace the Royal Pin, increase his attack and his defense up to 13. That actually seems better. Kinda casual, new channel. Oh, you can, or you can make a new one that's maybe a bit more serious new channel. Yeah. The only reason I'm not jumping to make a new channel is because I made all these streams on here, and it feel kind of sad to just leave the streams here. I guess I might have to download them and then re-upload them on the new channel, which might mean not having the... well, that's stuff to think about. Give it to Ralsei? Yeah, let's give it to Ralsei. You know, before I do, I'm going to do an experiment. I'm going to replace the Jevel's Tail with the... Yeah. I replace the Jevel's Tail with the Gold Widow, and then I replace the Jevel's Tail with the... No, I think the Royal Pin is worse. Itsy and or Bitsy. Yeah, if I go here and I replace it with the Royal Pin, it would still just bring everything down. Alright, yeah, Ralsei, you get the defense boost. Alright, but now we have that really strong armor item. I like that Ralsei's wearing one thing that increases money gained and one thing that decreases money gained, and it's just at war with each other. Alright, what was I doing? A green flame. It glows with knowledge. Go to the old man's study. Do not. Can we just go this way? Oh, does that just save us the trip? Yeah, maybe we'll go to the study. Kinda casual. Whatever you want to do, you should do. It's honestly your shot. Yeah, you know. It's always that, ain't it? It's always, you know, whatever I want to do. Okay, let's go to the old man's study. What? What? You emerged from the green flame. Well, you might as well head back through. This study has fallen to not more than a lonely shack. Warriors, gather your courage and return through the green flame. The old man isn't here anymore. So what? It's still a stuff. We want to take anything, we're leaving cash. Susie, then I'll make the change. Let's go, Penny Boy! Shall we choose something? Oh yeah, now we can get the better healing items. Ah yeah, now that we have our Royal Widow, the Wafer Guard isn't that much of a boost to Ralsei anymore. It would be a boost to Susie. We already have one of them, we'll be fine. I'll buy one more just in case. I could always sell it in the future. And here's a change. Sick. Oh yeah, this is Tea Made of Chance, and this is Sick Juice that heals 160 HP. And I'll get a couple more for my storage. Yeah, Scar Elixirs. Yeah, look at all this. We got 2 Revive Mints, we got the Spin Cake, we got some Darker Candy, and we got Scar Elixirs. Hello. Kinda casual. Honestly, me watching your stream every day reminds me there are a lot of other people doing the same thing. There are other people streaming every day? Kinda casual. Some people care more than others. Some people care more than others. You mean like watching someone's videos every day? Hello? What's this? Oh, I know what this is. I didn't do it in my own playthrough when I was doing it privately, but I saw videos of this on YouTube. Hello. Hey. Car revving noise. Yeah, let's go. Ah, dang it. Yes! Oh, snail race music, I just realized. Something I utterly failed at in my stream. I was able to do the snail race in the past, but I just fell behind. Yeah! Bye-bye! You little stilts! You look like a little chicken. Aww. Kinda casual. No, in a sense that some people care more about streaming than others. Sorry if I got cryptic there. Oh. Oh, no, you're fine. Some people care more about streaming than others. Well, I think, to be honest, one of the reasons I kind of like streaming is that when it comes to finished YouTube videos, like ones you record beforehand, there's usually an amount of editing in there. You know, you record it, you do double takes, you edit it, make sure everything's cut well. And that's actually good. I would want YouTubers to do that. But as for me, editing, getting a stream after the fact and editing it after the fact is so much work. And this would already be a side project. And doing these streams, and you know, I guess in a sense I have to like, oh, be careful what I say in terms of, I don't know, just in terms of like, oh, what if I accidentally say something that I shouldn't say on the internet. In terms of, like you know, my name or my address. But otherwise, I kind of like this immediacy. You know, I can just talk. People can talk to me in real time. I don't have to worry about editing after the fact. Anyway, item. You open the treasure chest. Inside was the dog dollar. Of course. Okay, so that's the same. I don't think there's anything else to backtrack to. This is the only thing I've heard of, at least, and I think it would just be a lot to check everything. So let's put away that dark dollar. Dog dollar. Oh yeah, the S poison. A strange concoction made of colorful squares will poison you. Decreases every chapter. Alright. Looks good. What was that other... Oh. Sealed by a canine force. Oh yeah, this is this place. Alright, I think we're good. I can't think of anything I need more money for, or any items I need, so I think we're good to go. Let's go into the fire. A green flame. It glows with anticipation. What's over here? Oh wait, yeah, I don't think there's anything else I need here, so let's go in. All around you, blue glass glitters like crystals. As you approach it, the glowing light shines through them, creating a prism only you can see. Do you hear that? The second fountain. It's calling us. The night must already be over there. Chris, let's go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ow. Ah, damn it. It's a cacophony. Oh, dang it. Wickabell rings a haunting hex. Yes! What is Deltarune? Claps with one hand. Alright. Why are we fighting? Yeah, I could wonder the same thing. Alright, at least we got money. Is there anything else to explore here? Oh. Oh no, that was just Ralsei. A dark place like this looks like a great area to get items. Hide items, at least. Ooh, yeah, I was right. Inside was another wafer guard. How many of those do I have? I have 3? It's a good thing I have a lot of armor places left, because I could stand to sell some stuff. How would you rank the chapters based on enjoyability and not popularity? When it comes to enjoyability, 3 and 2 are tied for the top for me. Because I really like 3, and I really like 2. 4 would probably be very close behind, like a super close second. And then 1 would be at the bottom, but, you know, for obvious reasons. It's a demo. Oh, there you go. The thing is, Chapter 2 has so many things I like. It's got Noelle, and it's got Birdley, and it's got Spampton, and it's got the Cyber City, and I love all those things. Chapter 3 has, like, even more, and it's got Tenna, and it's got games, and the mini-games, and so many things. Hang on, I gotta... charger. There we go. Just wanted to plug my computer back in. Anyway, alright, we got some musical notes. Ah. Woo! Yeah. Kinda casual. Our decisions will definitely change things in the future. Like everything, just everything we do here? A pink flame. It glows hesitatingly. Return to beginning, do not. Yeah, let's not do that. It's a strange spring with many chalices. When coins are added, the liquid transforms. You can make a Scar Elixir, or you can make a Rhapsody. I don't need to do that. I'm pretty good. Strange Spring. Yeah, I still... Actually, because I know we're probably near, like, the boss. Right? Because of that... Yeah, Revive Mint, Revive Mint. I'll take 2 Revive Mints. Should... One thing that doesn't appeal to me is how you can't really go back to chapters and get something you missed in one huge playthrough. In Undertale, that was toned down, because obviously it's one game, but Deltarune has many more hours. Kind of. Back when Chapter 2 first came out, I actually remember there was a way you could go back and get the first Shadow Crystal, even if you play Chapter 2. Like, Sham says something like, oh, maybe you don't remember you beat him, and then you can kind of go back in a save file and do it, and then the second one would kind of update. I'm sort of speaking out of memory. I don't know if it extends as far as Chapters 3 and 4, like that kind of change, but you are right. Like, the best surefire way to make sure you have and do everything is to just do another playthrough, which is a lot. I mean, it's good that this game has a lot of replayability, but yeah. Okay. Spin cake. Yeah, I'm gonna add exec buffet. Because it's a mass healing item. And aside from, like, my many revive mints, that's pretty much the best I can do, right? I mean, there's a tension gem, but I don't know how... Is that useful here? There's the revive mint. I think I'm good. Like, I have Scar Elixirs, and that heals, like, 160. So, yeah, I think we're good. Actually, I could replace the darker candy with the Scar Elixir. That's even more. And I'll leave one open just in case. I think it's a good setup. It's a bell. Ring out judgment. Judgment was decreed. You have been kind. It seems you have spared everyone you could. Oh yeah, actually, let's check. Recruited, 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 recruited. Yeah, I've recruited everyone. There's no one I've missed. Right? Yeah, water cooler's that chapter. Okay. The fountain. I can feel its presence just past this wall. Hey, wait! The hell are we gonna climb up there now? Friends need help? Mr. Jack, what are you doing here? It's dangerous. Yeah, get back to the study, dude. Jack, fear no danger. Friends help Jack climb out of pit of bad feelings and lonely nests. Jack will help friends climb anything now. Actually, now this is happening, I guess in my last playthrough, the one I did privately, I did backtrack even more. And I was able to backtrack to the area where we meet Jack in the first place. And if you backtrack all that way, you see, like, the big, dark pumpkin head, the one that goes, "You're taking too long." And you can either tell it a joke or tell it a story. And if you tell it a joke, Ralsei will go, okay. And he starts the joke. And then the pumpkin will go, like, ha 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 ha, and start laughing immediately. And Ralsei will be like, I didn't tell the punchline. Kinda casual, I have to go soon because I have a time limit on my phone for YouTube, so I can't just scroll the whole day. It is smart to have a time limit for your phone. That is very smart. I guess you also don't have a laptop or a computer to switch to in that case. I mean, it's fine if you don't, but it is a little sad because it looks like I'll be fighting soon. I will wrap this up. So you tell the joke, he'll laugh before the punchline. And if you choose to tell a story, Ralsei will say, like, oh, once upon a time, there was a lonely prince in his kingdom. And he'll start to tell the story, and then the head will go, "You're taking too long," and leave. So I'm a little sad I missed that, but it doesn't really do anything else. Jack will help friends climb anything now. Not like we have another choice anyway. Okie dokie, on my shoulders, please. Ooh, delicate. Wall becomes thin here. Let's be careful. Uh-oh. No worry. Jack, just hang on and... Yay! You guys, the hell are you doing here? I got time limits on everything, which is stupid, but I can't do anything about it. The reason I sometimes don't say anything is because I have to keep asking for time. Oh, wow. Sorry to hear that. I mean, it is good to have limits on screen time and internet, but I was a little sad. I wish you had a little more freedom than that. You guys, the hell are you doing here? We apologize for our belated realization, but you three are the heroes, are you not? The story of your kindness has become legendary. Yay! Was Starwalker in that pile? Yeah, there he is. And so, post-haste, we come to aid you in your battle. Go forth and defeat the knight. Yeah. Everyone, thank you so much. Guess being nice kind of pays off. Now let's go kick that knight's ass. Oh, it's getting darker. It's getting dark. Let's stick together. Aw, we're all scrunched together. It's cute. Ouch. Huh? Damn it. It's so dark, we can't see anything. If this keeps up, we'll be kind of casual. If I could keep watching, I could. Does this make you feel I don't care about your streams? Because I really do. No, dude, I totally understand. Like, the thing about the internet is we all have lives outside of the internet. You know, and sometimes things take us away from it, even if we want to keep doing stuff. So, you know, if you have to go, I'll understand. I know that there's life outside of online. And like I said before, if you want to know what happens in a stream when you've left, the videos will be on my channel. I get like 3 more minutes left. I guess I'll just watch recordings tomorrow. Yeah, you know, if you have to leave, I understand. You can watch recordings tomorrow. I'll miss you, but I'll understand. Don't worry. Got school tomorrow anyway, which sucks. Oh yeah, the new semester is coming up. I actually one of my part-time jobs is in a college that I work for, and I know the semester's starting up soon. So yeah. Good luck with your school. If this keeps up, we'll be... Yo. Yay, glowing. Chris? Chris? What's that light? Could you always do that? Apparently. I can't dodge it. There we go. I can dodge it a little. Uh-oh. Oh, it's those corners. If the corner is blocking Ralsei or Susie, I can't move them a lot. Uh-oh. Aw, Susie. Susie, what are you doing? Kinda casual, thank you, man. Every day I've been looking forward to the streams. Guess I have to save my time before I watch your streams so I can watch for longer. Yeah, I guess so. I'm glad you've been looking forward to them. It really means a lot. It's too bad you didn't find my streams earlier when I was playing Undertale and chapters 1 through 3. Susie, what are you doing? Like I'm gonna let Chris hog all the bullets. Aw, thanks, Susie. Susie, Chris, as long as there's any pain I can take in your place. Oh, kinda casual. Good night, man. Good night, kinda casual. Have a good night. If there's any pain I can take in your place, I'll be there, okay? Well, now we're all down to 1. Looks like that's the end of it. Yeah. Let's finish this. Alright. Back to full. A red flame. It glows hesitatingly. During the save point, do not. Yeah. Music's getting intense now. Oh, no. You! Nowhere to run this time, dumbass. I don't know where you put Toriel, but it's over. The fountain's just past you, isn't it? That means we don't even have to beat you. All we have to do is get past you, and it's over. You can't beat us in the light world, can you? That's why you keep running, isn't it? Hey, what's so funny? Chris, why are they laughing? You're laughing because you know I'm right, don't you? You lose that fountain. It's over. Don't make another fountain! What is that thing? It's a Titan. The hell is a... There's no time to explain. Everyone, climb on. It won't attack itself. God damn it. That animation is just so spooky. Oh, duh. Yeah. I lost. Oh. Oh, the tears. The dark tears. Uh-oh. Okay, well that's fortunate. Oop. Ooh, the eye following you. Such a good touch. Oh. Sorry if I'm not talking much at this point. I'm just locked in. Touch your eye. Touch your eye again. Looks like we're safe. For the time being, if we stay here, it's only a matter of time until it finds us. Rossi, what the hell is that thing? When the fountain's power becomes too strong, and the flow of darkness roars wild, it makes that... By the way, I feel like I kind of flubbed his "don't make another fountain" line. You know, I tried to lose control of my voice. In the light voice, he does like this, but then it just kind of ended up sounding squeaky. Don't make another fountain! I think my voice is cracking. Oh well. Live and let live. Learn and learn. It makes that a titan. It's the fear of dark. It's the bump in the night. It's the shadow of the backside of your mind. It has no consciousness. It only exists to destroy. Well, how the hell are we supposed to beat it? I don't think we can. It's hatching so fast. Unless... Chris, you can seal fountains, can't you? Maybe, if the Titan is anything like a fountain, you could... It's found us! Let's find a place to climb back on. Fast. If we jump here, we can make it back on. Uh-oh. It's the baby from Eraserhead. What? It's already spawning. Darkness constricts you. TP gain reduced outside of... What? Titan spawn. Consider strategy. Titan spawn. Attack 300, defense 200. A shard of fear appears in places of deep dark. Expose it to light and gather courage to gain TP. Then banish it. Looks like the baby from Eraserhead. When did you start being yourself? What? When did you start being yourself? Brighten. Well, banish is all the way up to 64. Let's power up that light. Chris's soul shone brighter. When did you start being yourself? Rossi mutters to himself to stay calm. Can I make my soul even brighter? Oh. The atmosphere feels tense. You can use banish. Chris's soul emitted a brilliant light. Yes. Purified. You won. You only got 28 bucks though. Is everyone all right? Yeah. Let's get back on. If we jump here, we can make it back on. Wait a sec. No, there's nothing here. Okay. Hurry! Something is coming after us! ear itchy. Okay. Yes. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ouch. Ah. 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 Yeah. Chris, get over here. Thanks, Susie. Doesn't look like we can go much higher. Ralsei, are you okay? I'm fine. Just a little rattled. Yeah, Susie! Susie! Don't mention it. Let's go. A world basked in purest light. Beneath it grew eternal night. The light and dark, both burning dire, a countdown to the earth's expire. If fountains freed the roaring cries, and titans shape from darkened eyes. End of the line, huh? It seems so. Guess we just wait for the Titan to show up, huh? No. Oh, that's ahead. It's already been here the whole time. Hey, dumbass! Don't know if you got the memo, but we're heroes. And there's a whole lot of stuff written in our lives we haven't gotten to see yet. So get out of our way. Or, as soon as my hand stops shaking, my axe is gonna chop you in half. Got it? Oh, cool. Chris, Ralsei, let's go. Now, just to make sure, I believe Deltarune Titan fight is supposed to be an attack fight. I'm going to look up just in case. Refresh my memory. Yeah, generate 80 TP and do Act Unleash, opening for damage. This is a fight where violence is mandatory. Yeah, cut down HP. Okay, yeah, so we're going to keep attacking. Chris, Ralsei, let's go. Darkness constricts you. TP gain reduced outside of... Huh? Oh, wow. Chris did a big attack. I think it's because I have the black shard equipped. Come on, Eraserhead babies. The darkness gives a long gaze, which slithered like a snake. Let's brighten things up a little. Ouch. For a moment, you felt your heart being gripped. Let's do our attacks. Ralsei, give Chris a Star Elixir. Yeah, look at how much attack Chris has got. God damn. The ground shudders. A swarm is coming. I need to heal. The darkness gives a long gaze, which slithered like a snake. Still can't unleash. Okay, fight some more. Susie, you can give Chris Star Elixir. Ralsei can give himself a Star Elixir. The atmosphere feels tense. Okay. Unleash. Your soul emitted a bright light. Yes. Attack! Its defense is down! Damn, its shield is back! Chris, take it down again! Okay, we can withstand another one. Darkness flows. A swarm is coming. We're good. Yeah, okay, we're good. Uh-oh. Okay, yeah, next turn is going to be a healing turn. The Titan's hands began to move once more. Okay, I think it's spin cake time. Spin cake time. God. Okay. Did we do it? Hey, wait! What is it doing? It'd be really funny if it did like what the C round does when it summons the almond milk. Wing! But no, it just does this. This is its almond milk. It's regenerating. Wow, even with my black shard attack, doesn't do much. Hey, Ralsei, how do we stop it? I don't know. It seems we were only damaging its outer shell. As long as the inside is intact, this battle will just keep. Ooh. I suppose we just have to keep on fighting. Yeah! What are y'all giving up for? You're not out of ideas yet, are you? Oh, old man, I thought you were... I was looking for a change of scenery. This is a bit ridiculous. I love how his armor gives him huge pecs. Come on, let's get this fella. Yeah! Your soul is shining. A new act appeared. Old man, Duel Buster. Your soul shone on the old man and Susie. Yes. Yeah, not bad. Right. Still, we've only harmed the outside. Then you know what to do, right? Your soul is shining. Chris, I got an idea. But, you're gonna have to put your life in my hands. Kinda literally. Damn, what am I asking for? We both know I got this, right? Let's go! Your soul is shining. New act appeared. Susie's idea. I think this kind of thing was even worded that way in chapter 1, Susie's idea. Proceed to throw. Nah, screw it. Get dunked on! We did it. Hey, Chris, what's the deal with that red heart thing? Is that your... Wait a sec, the old man! By the way, really quickly, I just want to say, I do think this fight got a lot shorter because I used my black shard weapon. Like, I played this before, not streaming, and I had the holiday pencil. And I don't think it went that quickly. Wait a sec, the old man! Come on, we still gotta talk to him! Chris! Chris, you're alright. I can't believe it actually worked. We actually defeated a Titan. If we can do that, then... Chris? Where's Susie? Susie, wait! No. The last prophecy, the story's end. Susie, stop! Oh, it's a heartbeat. And then, when all hope is lost for the tale, the final tragedy unveils. To save the worlds, there was only one way. Susie, don't look! Susie, I'm sorry, I am sorry, I'm sorry, I... Shut up. She's bleeding. And this is where the half-human, half-monster theory comes into play, because how is she bleeding? Shut up. The hell are you apologizing for? You're worried about that? Seriously? This stupid prophecy? Like something like that would happen. I wouldn't let it happen. Chris wouldn't let it happen. And obviously you wouldn't let that happen. So why wouldn't you laugh? It's just stupid. So stop crying, okay? Everything's gonna be alright. Hey, Chris. Let's go seal this fountain, okay? Not a good sign. In the previous scene, she was like, you know, our fates are written for us. We got a lot more there, and she's really hyped about the prophecy, and now it's stupid. What did she see? Susie. She's a really, really nice person, Chris. How can she be so kind? How? I'm sorry, Chris. I'm sorry I didn't say the whole prophecy at first. I thought if I said something different, if we did something different, if we were just kind enough, perhaps by the time we got here, it would change. But no matter what we do, our fate is already decided. Sorry, don't look at me. I don't mean to always make everything about me. I'm sorry, Everything's okay, Chris. Look, I'm smiling. It's okay not to smile. That was the screenshot. That was one screenshot I got spoiled for before I played Chapter 4, but I didn't know the context. So I was like, oh, why is he going to say he's smiling with blood on his face? And it still hits so hard. Oh. Chris? Chris, you... I'm scared. It's getting harder and harder to just stand there smiling all the time. To be the one pretending I'm not afraid too. But being with you two, the more I'm with you two, I realize friendship isn't just about being happy all the time. It's something far, far greater than I could have imagined. I want to. I want to believe again. I want to believe it can change. That there isn't just one ending. Susie's hope, her naive hope. It's infectious, isn't it, Chris? So, until we see fate with our own eyes, let's believe, too. Chris, you can go to the fountain now. Susie's waiting. Chris? You were cool when you played the piano earlier. Oh, thanks, Ralsei. Only then will the worlds be saved. Just out of curiosity. You held the crystal up to your eye. For some strange reason, the prophecy's text does not warp in the crystal's lens. You shook the crystal. However, nothing changed. When you're in the dark world, the crystal's supposed to show reality, what's really there. We should see the church, but we see the prophecy, and it's not changing. Hey, Chris. Can I tell you a stupid dream I have? No matter what, I want to keep being friends with you and Ralsei. When the sun comes up again, I want tomorrow to be the same as yesterday, and the next day to be just the same as that. That in the end, we can always go back to the way things were before. You don't have to say anything back, Chris. I know. You're thinking the same thing. Aren't you, dumbass? Susie's smile, which seemed to defeat everything, shined on in front of you, and for a moment, it was as if all the darkness had been blown away. As if in imitation, your soul began to glow. Finally, we get that guitar riff again. Toriel? Hey, Knight? Chris, was Toriel even... Let's just go. The organ. No reason to play it now. It's a door. A large person could fit inside. Turn the doorknob. You turn the doorknob. You didn't do anything else. Interesting. A large person could fit inside, and Chris isn't letting us see what's in there. A part of me wants to think, like, the knight is there. Like, whoever the knight is hiding in the closet. Nothing else here. I didn't know I'd go all the way to the end today, so I might as well do everything. So, we're at the end. It smells nice after the rain. That it does, Susie. It's a gravestone. It's kind of hard to read in the dark. Gerson, renowned historian, author, and teacher. The bench is wet. Yeah, I'm gonna interact with everything. My little completionist self. Ball of junk, glass, egg. There's a small shard of something in your pocket. It feels like glass, but... Oh, didn't mean to do that. It doesn't seem very useful. What happens if I call? You checked your phone's contacts and recent dials. Everything's been deleted. Oh yeah, that's right. Back when we did Noelle's house. So we can't even try calling home. I see there's at least one other person in the stream with me. I hope you don't mind if I backtrack throughout the whole thing. No closer to opening this thing, huh? Tomorrow we have to do something. We have to. This game's really good at being atmospheric. The door is locked. No one's inside. It's closed. It's closed. The police tape is flimsy and wet. Fortunately, since everything's closed, it won't take too long to get back home, so it's closed. Is it possible to get back to Castletown? I forget. It's late. Why don't we just go home? Okay, yeah, you can't. That figures. You know, there's a way to get back to Castletown in between sanctuaries in Chapter 4, I've heard. I've seen people say it online. I just don't know how to do it. It's closed. It's closed. Yeah, we've read that before. This is a nice little town. Sands. It's closed. It's quiet inside. Peek in. Zigzag rug, flat screen TV, rectangular looking kitchen. It's a bit messy, but nothing special. Okay, that's what it said before. Knock, knock, knock. No response. No response. Let's go to your house. Interesting, she only says that here. Does that imply she lives in this apartment building? I assume it's an apartment building. Oh, there's not even any milk. There's fewer trash cans. There's a cat flap. It's locked. Somehow. The donuts are gone. There's some kind of scratching and hissing from inside, even now. Knocking might wake somebody up. Yeah, we'll leave Mettaton to Tenna. It's closed. Your dad's truck. The back door is blocked. You can only see through the basement window. A corkboard is covered with tons of papers and documents litter the floor. Same as last time. The wet picnic table glistens in the moonlight. Okay, now this, I know something happens here. We just have to wait a little bit. So I'm just going to stand here for a few seconds. Thank you to whoever is still watching. I can see that there's at least one other person here. There we go. Chris and Susie's friendship. You hear that? No? Sounds like someone's playing a song out there. You know, on the other side of the lake. Now that I replayed the first and second chapters, I remember that Onion-san, he mentions that there's a song being played on the other side of the lake. But it's not like we can hear it. What, I got something on my face or something? Say what's on your mind, say nothing. Say what's on your mind. Huh? Why are you talking with your mouth closed? This sort of lends more evidence to Chris having some control, being able to outsmart the player in a few ways if they don't want to do something. Guess we should go. Chris? Come on, we can't just sit here forever. Chris, don't howl. I've seen people online make posts saying stuff like, you know, Susie doesn't really know Chris. And Chapter 4 sort of shows that as well, where we can listen in on her conversation with Noelle, where Noelle says, you know, they've been acting really strange, not like themselves. It's an ornate gate and appears to be locked. And Susie's like, oh, well, Chris is acting normal to me. And it's like, yeah, Susie's only been hanging out with Chris for a little bit. But I still think some parts of Chris's personality bleed through. It's your mom's fan. So, do you mind if I... She's probably gonna ask to stay over, wasn't she? Chris? Aw, this drove me nuts the first time I saw it. I've not danced the jitterbug like this in ages. Well, you aren't bugging me, so jitter away. Why didn't the skeleton have anybody to dance with? Because he had no body to dance with. Good one. Not only did you totally botch that joke, but I'm dancing with you, so it doesn't make any sense. Are we, interrupting something? Oh, Chris, Snoozy. No, you're not interrupting anything. We were looking for you at church, and... Sorry, I canceled choir practice today due to the rain. The weather was so bad, and... Chris, Susie, have you met Mr. Sands? Hey, yep. Oh, Susie, did you want to stay over again? You could just sleep in, Azriel's bed. I think I gotta be going, actually. That's an interesting question. What part of that is more awkward? Like, the last time Susie stayed over, she said, oh, you could sleep on the couch. And now she's saying you can sleep in Azriel's bed. Is the implication that Sans is going to stay over and he'd sleep on the couch? Or is the awkwardness due to the fact that, like, she's offering her to sleep in Azriel's bed and that's, like, a touchy topic? Either way. Oh, all right. See you later, honey. I mean, Susie. Later. It's so awkward. Even you have to be a bow out. Chris, is Susie okay? Hey, she'll be fine. I'm sure she'll figure it all out. Meanwhile, let's get back to business. Chris, what about you? You want a party? Chris, party, board games! And hey, we don't gotta just do disco dancing, kid. We can play some brand new music too. How about we pump up the tunes? Pump the tunes, pump the tunes, pump the tunes! Ah, she is on the juice. Chris, where are you going? You're going to bed already? There are pancakes in the fridge if you want them, dear. Good night, honey. As far as you know, your kid didn't have dinner and you're giving them pancakes? To be fair, did they have dinner in the end of chapter 2? It's a record player. Change the RPM. This music! Chris, you know what happens when I go hyper mode? Chris, thanks for showing us hyper mode. Change that back to normal. Sorry I wasn't here, honey. It started pouring so suddenly. So I just had to duck into the convenience store and... Well, Mr. Sands was just so much fun that... Who gives a damn about choir practice? Chris, let's sing right now. Sands, can you beatbox? Been doing it the whole time. Rum-a-tum-tum, rum-a-tum-tum. Chris, feel free to harmonize with Sands on the rum-a-tum-tums. What? You want to go to bed? Oh, poo. Rum-a-tum-tum, rum-a-tum-tum. This is a beatboxing. Rum-a-tum-tum, rum-a-tum-tum. Press the stop button. Unfortunately, the stop button is the only thing that seems to be broken. Which is funny, considering the fact that they did stop the music before. Jeez, what kind of juice are you drinking? Again, Book of Hypnos is gone. You should probably just go to bed. Okay, it's the Rum-a-tums. The trash can, well-watered flowers blooming inside. The cupboard, it seems to be missing... things. Huh. It wasn't missing things in the morning. It still had the gingerbread cutters. So, is the implication that they have alcohol in that cupboard? Or whatever juice she's drinking? Like, oh, it seems to be missing things. And it's missing the juice. Still semi-batter there. The sink. Someone has cleared the white fur out of the drain. The fridge. A bottle of ketchup stands defiantly inside. Yeah, this has the same feeling as, like, when someone you're dating goes to over your house and there's, like, a toothbrush. It's like, oh, they have the toothbrush there. And the bottle of ketchup stands defiantly inside. Oh, he's moving in. You should probably just go to bed. Now, this scene's interesting. Because the first time I watched it, I... for sure misread the implications. We're still in our little cage. Just trying to go to bed while the sounds of the party. Okay, so you hear them talking. Oh, poor Chris. And there's the rim shot, and they're talking, and the rim shot, and they're talking. And the thing is, now I know they're telling each other jokes. But when I first watched this, when I first played this, I thought, oh, they're having some intimate moments. We aren't gonna let that happen. Right? Chris. Don't forget, Chris. You promised. And that's chapter 4. Now that sudden speech interrupting things. At first I thought like, oh, did the Sans Centurial party get split up by someone suddenly waltzing in the house? But I don't know if that was implying that Susie waltzed into the house and then waltzed back out, or if Susie just called down to Chris from outside. You don't even get to know what she said. But we're not going to let that happen. I've seen some theories that she's talking about the part of the prophecy she saw, and that it might be that she has to die. Or that someone has to die. Probably her. If she's denying it so much, but who knows? Anyway, what Toriel and Sans do in this chapter at the end, it definitely brought about new waves of that meme that's like, did you fuck my mom, Sans Undertale? Well done. The halfway mark has been attained. But it is still waiting. How much longer now? How much longer now? My Deltarune. To be continued in Chapter 5, 2026. Oh my god, that's next year! Well, that's Chapter 4. I'm just gonna get to the ambient music for a sec. And with that, we've reached the end of my Deltarune playthrough. This is... wow. That's something. You know, it's been a month. Still have a couple days left of me having the space, but I did it with 2 days to spare. Undertale and Deltarune chapters 1 through 4. I guess I'm not gonna... First, I'm gonna say a quick thing about continued in Chapter 5, 2026. A part of me doesn't want to hold Toby Fox too hard to that deadline, even as much as I want him to have the next chapter ready by 2026, because anything can happen. Not just random world nonsense, but also game making is hard, and things can take longer than expected. So a part of me is thinking, yeah, I shouldn't hold my breath. There's all the possibility in the world Chapter 5 will be delayed to 2027 or 2028. I mean, I hope it's not another 4-year wait, but the fact that he's confident enough to put 2026 on that ending card, I think indicates the chapter's more ready than we'd think. Like, everything's been in development, maybe, and it's closer to completion. So I'm a little hopeful. I definitely hope 2026 release, it'll at least be... like, Chapters 3 and 4 came out in June, right? So I'm hoping at least it'll come out midway through the year and not, like, it's coming out December 31st, 2026. But I'll play it and love it either way. I know. Anyway, before people leave, before the stream ends, I'm not going to be streaming for too much longer. Just, I want to say one more thing for a minute. The stream is done. All the video game streams are done. All of them are able to watch on demand on my YouTube channel. Go to the live tab and watch them all. A part of me, you know, if I hadn't had Kinda Casual in the chat earlier, and Kinda Casual say they got invested in my streams, I would have just said, well, goodbye forever. Maybe I'll have one more stream tomorrow. It won't be a video game stream. It'll be a talking stream about the future of my channel and the future of my streams. Just a little button end to say, hey, I mentioned this in previous streams, but here's what I'm thinking of doing. Here's why I'll be gone. Here at least will be a goodbye. So I think that's what I'll do. I'm going to try and do that tomorrow, and that will be my last stream. It won't have any Deltarune, it won't have any Undertale. It'll just be me. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Whether you're a newcomer or you were someone who watched my previous streams, thank you for accompanying me on my journey. I made these streams just so I can perform these stories, that I can read all this out loud and act. And it was amazing. It was everything I hoped it would be. Thank you so much. And hopefully I'll have a little button end tomorrow, but until then, this is to be continued. Have a good night, everybody.